everybody, welcome to Jeff and Paper Gary. It is Friday, June the 5th at 2 p.m. and I'm ready to build an airplane. Lots of work getting done of not airplane stuff this morning and running here and running there and errands and some actual work type work. But that is out of the way now and I'm ready to tear into rudders. So we've got all the parts for the elevators. Got all the parts for the right elevator primed and ready for install. I want to focus today on getting all the parts ready for the left elevator for install. So I think I've got like one or two more spar things that go in there around the cutout for the trim tab. I did order and received my new trim tab actuator. So, and I think that I have the correct countersink bits for this part, the E615PP, which is the doubler that goes around for the trim tab access, right? So hopefully we don't botch this one up because we did screw the other one up, but we'll do some testing on this bent piece of metal to hopefully ensure success. And then disassemble the skeleton for the left elevator so that we can prime it, and then maybe later tonight or tomorrow we'll do the riveting of getting those things together. And so should be getting close to getting elevators closed out. I know I've been saying that for a while, but I really feel like this is the weekend. So the other thing working in my favor is it's supposed to rain a lot this weekend, which means I won't be pulled outside to go do yard work and other things of that nature. So hopefully we get a lot of time in the garage today and this weekend and can get these elevators close to being complete. So stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned and let's see what we learn.
Okay, what I have learned is that if you are a fan of delayed gratification, building an airplane might be for you. It's been mentioned before, I'm sure you've heard it in other people's videos, the amount of time that you spend doing very small, mundane, fit parts, match drill, take apart, add another part, match drill, only to get to the point where many hours later, do you get to put it all together and rivet it and have an aircraft-looking part. That's the delayed gratification part. And we get into some of that, or get close to some of that here in this video. So you see me here taking apart the left structure, trying to time my work just right. Like I've got the parts ready to prime, ready to rivet together for the right side, but I wanted to get this scuffed and painted so these things can sit and dry while I go do other work, and just trying to sequence my work a little bit. So here is some very boring deburring and dimpling of parts, which seems to take a very, very long time. And so I will spend many hours deburring, scuffing, more deburring, more scuffing of parts to get them ready for paint, and then dimpling. So here you're going to see, right, the Clemson Aeronautics yoke that mounts to the table. So really love these tools. I've mentioned them before. The yokes that I got from Hisham at Clemson Aeronautics, as well as the CAD 1 system, are fabulous. And one of the things that I like the most about this is you see this bolted to my workbench here. There are two bolts in that bottom plate that allow you to remove that yoke from that arm that mounts it to the table, right? So it's not welded in place to where you can only use it on your table. If you had to take this off and go to your aircraft somewhere to another part and be a bit more mobile, you have that freedom. So it's just a couple of Allen bolts in the bottom of that, and once in a while I will take that thing off and take it over to the workbench when I have to get into some close quartered areas. But when you're doing long strings of dimpling here, this is really the way to go. So once again, shout out to Clemson Aeronautics for making fabulous parts and tooling. Now this, you may have seen me use this before. This is the greatest tool and it's the simplest thing. Close quarter dimple set. And what I'll say is use a heavy hammer on this. I've used like a regular ball peen hammer and it'll get the job done. But using that 3-pound sledgehammer puts a little bit more force to it and makes that process a bit easier. So took these parts outside and washed them down with a hose to get most of that debris off, the dust off from all the Scotch-Briting, and then doing a couple of wipes with acetone to make sure they're nice and clean before I throw them in the paint booth. And so that's going to be about it for this episode. It was pretty short, and like I said, not a lot of the glamorous work, but some of the necessary and more mundane side of things. So we'll get these parts primed and ready to go assemble later on in the weekend in the subsequent videos. So thanks, everybody. turn it over to Live Action Jeff.
Hey everyone, it's now 6:30, so it's time for me to start cleaning up shop and go get some dinner. Thanks for watching. We are going to get into riveting the elevators together tomorrow, so be sure to tune back in for next video, and we'll see what's after that. Thanks everybody. Please like, share, subscribe. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. This is Jeff and Paper Gary out.